Hockey came to Roseau in the early 1900s. Around 1906, two travelers showed local kids how to play. The sticks were basic and the puck was carved from wood, but the idea stuck. By 1908, Roseau had its first organized team and its first outdoor rink. No boards, no glass, just frozen ground and kids who didn't want to go home. The game fit this place perfectly. Hard work, repetition, cold temps. It became tradition. Parents taught their kids. Those kids grew up and taught the next group. Hockey here became a responsibility, not just a pastime. As interest grew, the limits of the outdoor ice became clear. So in 1925, Roseau built its first indoor rink, the Memorial Skating Arena. It was built by the community, funded locally, maintained by the people who used it. For nearly 20 years, it became the center of winter life in Roseau. It hosted games, practices. It was a gathering place. But in July of 1943, a powerful windstorm tore through Roseau. The arena didn't survive. But what followed wasn't panic, it was resolve. At this time, World War II was ongoing. Money was tight, materials were scarce, and yet the decision came quickly. They would rebuild. Over the next 5 years, the town raised the funds, and 500 volunteers took part in the rebuilding of the Memorial Arena. Nearly everyone had a role. According to local newspaper accounts, when the massive wooden beams arrived by train, there were no cranes waiting, no formal call for help. The work simply needed to be done. High schoolers were given the task of unloading the timbers by hand. They showed up, and they got to work. Teenagers carried the beams that would become the bones of this arena, building the place they would one day skate in. That wasn't unusual here. That was expected. When the archers finally were raised, volunteers sheathed the roof in just 4 days. And on December 31st, 1949, the Roseau Memorial Arena opened its doors. Not as a replacement, but as a commitment. Each generation taking ownership, not just of the team, but of the place itself. As hockey grew, the building grew with it. In the 1950s, warming areas and locker rooms were added. In 1969, artificial ice was installed, allowing longer seasons, more practice time, and more development. Then in 1989, the ice surface inside the arena no longer met regulation size, so new beams were added to extend the length of the building. It was a major project that again proved the town's commitment to the game. The results are impossible to ignore. Roseau didn't just support hockey, it developed it. The Rams have won 7 state championships and made 34 state tournament appearances. For a town this small, that's extraordinary. But the clearest proof isn't just in the trophy case. It's hanging above the ice and lobby windows. Look up in this building. Those numbers, banners, and photos honor legendary hockey players who all started right here in Roseau. Don Ross, Neil Broughton, Aaron Broughton, Brian Erickson. Different players, different eras, same foundation. In all, there are 33 Wall of Fame members, each having been a college All-American, on an Olympic or national team, in the NHL, or inducted into the Hall of Fame. This foundation was laid long before the banners were hung. Coaches like Dick Johnson shaped youth hockey here. Locals still joke that you could always tell who played on Dick's teams, not by the jersey, but by the bruises on their chest. Gear at that time couldn't save you from his pointer finger if he had something to say. He was firm, demanding. He set a standard. And when those players grew up, that standard didn't leave town. They stayed, they coached, they volunteered. In Roseau, hockey knowledge doesn't disappear. It gets handed down. As participation continued to grow, one sheet of ice wasn't enough. An additional ice surface was created to keep up with demand. Over time, the North Rink evolved. It later became known as the Bubble, and eventually grew into the permanent North Arena structure that stands today. Same story, same approach. I have to admit, this is probably one of the nicest youth facilities I've ever seen. The dedication to this building and this game is incredible. Inside that building, one contribution stands out: Jim Stordahl, recognized on the North Arena contributor wall for a $340,000 donation that helped make that expansion possible. No spotlight, no speeches, just someone giving back to a place that mattered to them and the community. Today, Roseau has 3 indoor arenas in a town of only 2,700 people, a number that still surprises me. What makes this place different isn't just the number of rinks, it's how they're treated. These aren't guarded spaces, they're shared ones. Spend any amount of time here and you'll understand it. This isn't just where hockey is played, where families gather, where generations overlap, where leaving the rink doesn't feel urgent because it feels like home. This place didn't become what it is by chance. It became this way because the people of Roseau never stopped investing in it. They rebuilt when it was lost. They improved when the game changed. They expanded when the kids needed ice. Not once, but again and again. This town lives and breathes hockey. This is the barn that they built. This is the Roseau Memorial Arena.